Did you see what I saw?
Girl,
It wasn't much, but did you see the little bit that it was?
I did, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Mhm.
Because my sister was like, I wasn't gonna be happy with it. It was kind of boring, but to me, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't boring. No, it wasn't.
I think I said this the last time. Oh, child, I'm Doris.
Oh, we're getting right into it, and this is
Because
Tamika.
I don't know if I said this the last time or the time before that. I said I wasn't gonna ask about Robin again. So this is the last time. I'm not even gonna put him on my no card. Let's pretend like he doesn't exist. And I'll say this before we get into it. I believe Robin has been replaced, but let's go back. Hayden.
Girl, he is so
Yo,
sprung.
he's
That
very funny
I
though.
know. He looked like a sad little puppy.
He couldn't wait. He calling her, and then Gary bring his little ugly self in there, playing with his emotions.
I
Gary
know
is
that
really
cracked me
funny.
up.
He's funny, but yeah, Hayden is. She's gonna reach back out.
She is.
Maybe
But
about
she
three
playing the
seasons from
game
now.
well though.
Is that what she's doing?
She is playing it
I thought
well.
that maybe her feelings was hurt. That's what I thought because she hasn't had any contact with Fatima, so we never gonna know. Not until she returns. But you
Yeah.
know how Tyler Perry does. She probably won't be back until 3 seasons from now. We won't even remember
Mhm.
who she was. So I don't know what
Right.
that's all about. But Gary was really funny, and Hayden was sitting there looking as dumb as a dirt sandwich, and I felt sorry for him.
I know, poor thing. He is so sprung. Oh, she got him good.
Yeah, and there's still no information coming up about who she is.
Nope. And you're right. They really did change Gary's character. They totally changed his character from who he was before.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, remember how you were saying in one of the other episodes how they had him just totally different, with the way that he was treating Andy and stuff, and now it's more like he more calm and
Yeah,
um down to earth, and the little games that he played, that was
but you know
funny.
what?
What's up?
Tyler probably rethought it.
Mhm.
Also, he was married at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I would think that his personality would have changed. I would think so. If you go back to the
Mhm.
first episode, because I still remember when they just got through doing what they was doing and she was still in the bed and he went to take a shower. You remember? Probably not. That might even been
When
the
which
first
which
scene.
one?
The first episode, like in life.
Oh, no, I probably
He
don't.
seemed nice, and then when he said he had to do something with the kids, which ain't nobody seen no kids since. But anyway,
Mhm.
so then he started showing, you know, these crazy signs, and it might have been because he was with the wife and going through what he was going through. But yes, he did turn him down. He turned
Mhm.
his little volume right on down. But I don't know what's gonna happen with him and Andy. I don't know where to start.
Guess we can start from the beginning with Fatima and Zach.
Okay, good. Okay. I was telling you last week and it was unclear. Remember I was saying how they were in the car leaving?
Mhm.
Maybe that was the previews for the week that just followed when they were in the car talking about it. I could have gotten it confused, but at any rate, who did Fatima call? And I want to know how she's going to continue to get away with this, with these hits. Why did she tell them to pull up their sleeves?
She probably knew that they had some type of tattoo or whatever because she said
Oh,
that they were part of I
the Rock
forgot which.
Boys.
Yeah, yeah.
But the
So that
Rock
might
Boys
might
were
be a
the
thing
people
with
that
them.
came in. The Black Rock
Yeah,
Boys.
but right. And so she said that he knew better. He shouldn't have been beating on the little boy. So I guess so that was confirmed that he really was beating on the little boy. Because last week I was a little confused because when Zach stormed in, I didn't see the baby nowhere.
Exactly.
So she kind of confirmed it. That's why she called them. She like he a part of them. He know better. He
Wait a minute.
shouldn't have
So
been
he was
beating
a
on him.
part. He wasn't supposed to be a part of the Black Rock Boys, was he?
I think so, but because of what he was doing, that's why she called them in to get him. I
Hmm.
think
Right, because
that's
it
what
was
I'm
just
thinking.
really confusing. Black Rock
Mhm.
Boys came from what is it? The Queen's Men. All the Queen's Men.
Mhm.
Madam, remember her cousin came in and was talking to Deja, telling her to watch it.
Yeah.
Black Rock Boys came from that show, so she runs the Black Rock Boys, Madam does. But anyway, so they come in. Wait, let me go back. You're gonna say I'm crazy. And I watched this a few times because I had to see, and it hadn't changed in my head. When Zach was
Mhm.
fighting and he was bent over, girl, it looked like he had on a thong, child. I'm for real. And I was like, wait a
You
minute, why
know
his
what?
cheeks pushed up to the top like that? It did kind of look like he had on one, and I had my glasses on. I really did, but it kind of looked like he had on a thong. But anyway, moving on. So he was beating this guy up. Now, Zach was sore afterwards, I guess because the other guys jumped in it. What I didn't understand was how he was so calm when Fatima was doing what she was doing, shooting and all this other stuff. And another thing, Fatima didn't shoot up in the air. I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
get that because when you shoot, whether
Mhm.
it's in the air or straight forward, somebody could be shot outside.
Right. Yep. I was thinking the same thing when that happened.
Yeah, so why didn't she just shoot in the air? I mean, that could be bad too. I know somebody who
Mhm.
was shot
Yeah.
because her brother shot up in the air for New Year's and that bullet came back down and it hit her and left her in the chair, but that's a whole nother story. But
Mhm.
anyway, so I didn't like how she shot. I didn't like how he just kind of left her to deal with the situation, and he was, comforting the little boy, I guess. And at that point, I felt like the little boy should have been placed in the room, and Zach should have been present. I didn't
Yeah.
like that. I'm
Yeah.
tired of Fatima being the man, having all the
Uh-huh.
answers. Now we do have the answers as women, but we are not the enforcers.
Right.
We're gonna tell you how you can rectify something, but I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So
And so what I was trying to figure out, so do Zach know about what's her name? Madam and all that? Her who is
Zach
that?
wasn't there when Madam came over.
So but do he know about her at all and Fatima's family into all of that? Because he looked so
He
lost and
didn't know.
confused,
He
like what
doesn't
is
know.
going on?
And that's why he's always like, what's going on? What are you doing? What are
Yeah,
you up
okay.
to? So no, he wasn't home when Madam came over. This was the time when Andi came over. I don't know what they were talking. Oh, Andi was going through some, I don't know. I can't remember, but Zach
Mhm.
wasn't home. But I just want to know, how long is she going to continue to be able to get away with stuff?
Yeah.
You have to look at it this is from next week when Heather, the little boy, comes home and she's taking
Mhm.
the police over to Zach's place saying that's where the child is. So what did they do to the guy for her to even know that he had the child?
Right.
Did they torture him, and who's going to tell what? That's a
Mhm.
lot. All those guys coming over there like that.
No, that was a lot because I
So
don't see the neighbor wouldn't have told her because the neighbor don't even like her.
you talking about the lady next door wouldn't have told. Oh, she wouldn't have told
Yeah, she
Heather.
wouldn't have told him that Zach and Fatima came and got him.
But so that means they didn't kill the guy. They just beat the bejesus out of him, and he was able to tell her that Zach came and got the child. They
Mhm.
really need to kill that entire storyline because is the little boy autistic?
I don't know.
I
I
think he
don't
kind of
know.
came out, but
Yeah.
uh,
Because he's not going to the bathroom
right, and
and
no
not.
emotions, not saying anything.
Yeah.
But you still would have thought that they would have protected him from all
Mhm.
that because while he's
Yeah.
not verbal, it's still going to have some type of an effect on him. So I don't like they can keep that little boy out of the show.
Yeah.
So now that he has him and Heather has called the police, Zach has a chance of getting custody, but there's no space.
Yeah.
There's no space. So Tyler Perry need to keep these children off the show.
Mhm.
So him and I'm always looking at the background, looking at graphics and stuff. Fatima got in the car with the little boy, and they're in the back seat. He told her to get in the front. If you hadn't been paying attention, because I'm nosy and I know this stuff, they kept on shining a specific light so you could no longer see the little boy in the back seat when Fatima got in the front.
Oh, for real? I didn't notice. I didn't even catch
Because
that.
I kept looking like, okay, they gonna show him. Is he really in the seat belt? Like they never showed him again after she got in the front. There was just this glare
Yeah.
light. I know that's not important. It's very insignificant, but
Right.
because I just pay special attention to details.
I
Anyway,
will say she went from from gangster to full mommy mode, though.
I mean, she had to do what she had to do.
Yeah,
It's just, it's a lot.
it is.
It's a
It
lot.
really is.
Tyler's doing too much, and then Fatima's pregnant. That's a whole lot.
It is.
And then they're shooting in front of the little boy. But anyway, so I'm just gonna fast forward till they go to the
Mhm.
grocery store. Now Karen got hungry, and it's 11 o'clock. What grocery store? Because that looked like a little small. It was nobody's Walmart or Myers. It looked like a little
Mhm.
neighborhood store, and they always go to that store.
Yeah.
Every time when they ran into when Karen and them ran into Fatima before, it was at that store. When Zach and his mama went to the store, it was at
Yeah, it
that
was
store.
that store.
Now I know Atlanta has more than one store. More than one store. But anyway, so she's hungry um on this particular night. So she decides that she's gonna go to the grocery store. Why? Pam offered. Didn't Pam offer? I don't know. She done sent a little errand on his way. But anyway, so she goes to the store. She runs into Fatima and, excuse me, and Zach.
Mhm.
We don't know what's going to be said, but I know Karen started in. And I think Zach is telling her to be quiet on the next, however he says it on the next episode. It's nothing to say.
Nothing at all.
It's not, as far as I'm concerned, when they ran into each other in the store, maybe it could have been a nod of the head,
Mhm.
but there's nothing left to say.
Right, and she like it sounded like she said, "Wait a minute" or something. Something
Yeah,
that she
yeah. And I
said.
don't know if
Like,
it was
what do
because of the
you
little
want?
boy or not, but it's nothing left.
Nothing.
Let's finish blowing this belly up and get this baby out and see what's going on. But there's nothing
Mhm.
left to say. So I don't know why Tyler would have them running into each other at the store.
Right.
There's nothing left. So that part right there, we can just move right on along.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna speed up and then I'll get back to my favorite part, which was the date. Danny and Preston. That clip that I saw, was that from next week?
Yeah, because Preston seems suspicious that something ain't right, with Danny.
But where has he
I'm
been?
like, that's what I want to know. Like, that's all I was thinking is when they was on that little so-called date. I'm like, where is Preston? And why is Andy was egging it on, like, come on, just encouraging her to come on. I don't want her and Preston to have problems again.
I
They
don't
ain't
either,
even
but
had a chance to enjoy each other
I don't
before
feel like
this.
she can fully be happy with Preston. I don't see it because
Yeah.
there's no intrigue there. There's just nothing. I was
Mm-mm-mm.
afraid at first when they brought the guy on that knew just too much about Danny. I was looking at him like he's a stalker.
Yeah, I don't know why she falling for him the way she is. He
Well,
just know
they
too
turned it into
much.
something else though.
Yeah, but
They turned it
still,
into
that's a lot
something.
of listening. You sitting around listening to my conversations,
Yeah,
and
yeah, and then I never
that wasn't
noticed you.
right. Yeah,
But
that wasn't
because of
a.
the date, I think that it kind of softened up things. Because of the other guys,
Yeah.
it kind of softened up things. So they're on this date. I don't know why. I know it was a trick that they were playing, Andy and the guy she was on a date with. They were playing
Hmm.
this little game like the date didn't work out. They never wanted to see
Yeah,
each
but
other
he was
again.
acting a little too well.
I don't know. I thought it was cute. It was much cuter than that dress that she had on because she still
I
looked
can't
it.
wait till she get out of that dress.
It
Normally,
was
I don't
giving
pay too much
prom.
attention to the fashions
I love the
like you
fashion.
do, but that dress got to go.
Yeah, that dress was given. It was given. They're all gonna laugh at you, like that Carrie thing. It was
Mhm.
just given. They're all gonna laugh at you. It was just extensive. It was too big. Them shoulders.
Yes.
She couldn't even get a coat wrapped around her shoulders when everybody else did when they went outside because she had too much shoulder.
Mm, mm,
She
mm,
had too
mm.
much shoulder. I was like, okay, what's going on? But anyway, so they decide to get on this bus. I
And
was thinking
why,
it was gonna be a fun bus.
girl? No, it was the city bus.
I
And
know.
why was they so agreeable to everything with some strangers? Because at the end of the day, them guys was still strangers. I'm like, why is
Uh,
they getting on the bus?
I guess because the length of time that they spent and the things that each of them are going through. I was so scared that Sabrina was going to begin to tell her business about what she was going through.
I was too. I was
Because
like, okay,
you're
now
not
that,
going through nothing right now. The
mm-mm,
whole situation is getting ready to be rectified. But anyway, I think it was the length of time that they spent together because they're going through what they're going through. Sabrina's going through what she's going through. Danny's going through what she's going through on an interpersonal level as far as with Preston. But I also think that now she's becoming intrigued by this guy. Now, if it wasn't other
mm-hmm,
people involved, like these other men and Sabrina being there, then it wouldn't be so cute. But it all turned
mm-hmm,
out to be really cute. They agreed to go on this bus. Okay. If
mm-hmm.
I had on what Andy had on, I wouldn't be going on nobody's bus. I
No.
thought it was going to be a cute situation. I didn't know that this was going to be a bus, like a real bus. So
And
they
she
get on
looked
this
so
bus.
uncomfortable.
She did. They finally started talking about parents and stuff because they never talk
Yeah.
about parents ever.
Mm-mm.
Nobody's
Nope.
father ever. Only person who had parents was Calvin, and that was two men.
Yeah.
He's the only person that ever had parents. I think with Maurice, they mentioned that his parents didn't approve of his lifestyle. So those are
Mm-hmm.
parents. Then Fatima and her parents, but where are the parents? But anyway, so they're on the bus. And this part I really liked when they talked about the coach that they had and what the coach instilled in them. I
Yeah.
really liked that because
Yeah.
if you find a good coach, then that's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. That made them more appealing. Sabrina and Danny seemed kind of impressed with that,
Mm-hmm.
but for some reason, Andy didn't seem moved.
She didn't. It was her whole facial expression and the way she did her eyes. Like, okay, why are y'all telling this story?
It
You
painted a
know.
picture that they were good guys.
Uh-huh.
All three of them
But
can't be
Danny did
terrible.
say what I was thinking though. She
What
like,
did she
okay,
say?
so why are all of y'all divorced?
Oh yeah. I mean, because life happens.
Yeah, it
Life kind of
does.
happens, but that part I felt was well written and it
Mhm.
was nice.
Yeah, for them to have that good role model like that,
So now at the end, they
mentor.
get off the bus. Now, the
Mhm.
driver said that was the end of the route. Did those other people get off the bus or did they just kind of change their seats? Because there was, I think, two other people on that bus.
Yep, they got off because they was looking at the driver like, okay.
And I was looking at the driver trying to figure out who he is for real, but I couldn't place his face.
Yeah.
So they get off the bus and they're getting ready to call, as they call the ride share. They're getting ready to
Mhm.
call. So the guys are like, okay, we need a ride too. That part kind of made me mad because no, y'all got us out here. So now we
Mhm.
got to fend for ourselves and get back to where it is that we belong. So it was kind of, but overall, I like the date part.
Yeah, it
Now,
was.
Hayden was trying to get Gary to look
Mhm.
at that computer. I guess he was going to be able to tell who she was with or who was viewing her profile. I don't know.
That's what something still don't sit right with me with the guy that Andy was on the date
I
with, and I
know.
think that it's going to come to the light when Gary finally look. I think they holding off on him looking for a reason. I think something is going to come out. I just got that feeling.
Maybe Gary set him up to do this, but the guy really liked her when it was all said and done. That's the only thing I could come up with.
Mhm.
That's it. So I don't know. But we got to cut it short, guys. We got to cut it
Yes.
short because there's some other things going on. This was kind of fun. I was okay with this. I was okay with this episode, and I actually went off on my notes today, so I was pretty thorough, I think. But
Mhm.
I was okay with this episode, so we're looking forward to what's coming up this week since we're late.
Yeah.
And that's it from me. Anything else from you?
No, that's all. We actually covered everything. He's proud of
Yeah,
us.
right, in record time.
Yes.
Okay,
All right. Bye, everybody.